This is an overview for applicants for Region 17's Artist Support Grant. An overview about this grant. The Artist Support Grant supports professional and artistic development for emerging or established artists to create work, improve their business operations, or bring their work to new audiences. This grant is intended to support a broad range of talented artists in the genres of visual arts, performing arts, literary arts, music composition, choreography, and interdisciplinary arts. Grants range from $500 to $3,000. The deadline to apply for this grant is September 5th, 2023 at 11:59 p.m. An overview of this timeline. This grant will open on August 7th, 2023, with the application deadline of September 5th, 2023. In late October, awards will be announced. In November, funds will be distributed. The final report and all funds must be spent by June 30th, 2024. So the report is due June 30, 2024, and all of the funds must be spent by June 30th, 2024. The overall project must be completed by December 31st, 2024. Eligibility and requirements. Individuals and artist collectives are eligible to apply. This includes both individual artists and small, unincorporated groups of collaborating artists. Artists should have lived continuously in the region where they are applying for at least 1 year before the consortium's application deadline. The members of Region 17 are Buncombe County, Haywood County, Henderson County, Polk County, Rutherford County, and Transylvania County. Artists should have lived continuously in one of the counties listed for at least 1 year prior to the application deadline. An applicant must be at least 18 years old and either a U.S. citizen or a permanent resident alien. The consortium may require proof of residency and status. Artists who live in more than one region should apply only where they spend most of the year. All members of a collaborating team must be North Carolina residents, live in the region in which they are applying, and meet the other eligibility requirements. Resumes documenting residence for all team members should be included with the application. Artists who are sole proprietors of organizations that have already received funding for fiscal year 2023 to 2024 from the North Carolina Arts Council are ineligible to apply. Awardees must also wait at least 2 years after the award year before becoming eligible to reapply. Current board and staff members of the consortium, partner organizations, and their family members are not eligible to apply for the award. The Artist Support Grant is intended for adult, non-student artists. So artists enrolled full-time in undergraduate or associate degree granting programs may not apply for this grant. Artists in certificate programs are generally eligible, and artists pursuing graduate degrees in subjects other than their art form may be eligible if they meet the other eligibility criteria. Questions and special circumstances should be discussed with the North Carolina Arts Council staff. And as stated earlier, projects must be completed by December 31st, 2024. In this year of 2023-2024, applicants may apply for up to 50% of the grant to support artist fees. This includes completion or presentation of a new work, career promotion, training, travel. For completion or presentation of a new work, the cost of resources necessary to complete or present a significant new work or a space rental. Career promotion, so projects aimed at advertising artists' work and demonstrating their skill level, such as websites, portfolios, audiovisual documentation, and training, costs to attend a class or workshop, either in person or virtual, aimed either at enhancing the artist's skills or professional development. And costs of transportation, lodging, and food for training, professional conferences, or research as allowed or possible while adhering to social distancing guidelines. Ineligible projects include scholarships for undergraduate or graduate level education, projects that support or oppose a particular candidate for public office, projects that are exclusive to members of a particular religious faith group, nonprofit initiatives, and projects that do not have a direct effect on the applicant's growth as an artist. When you submit your application, you will need to provide a budget. In the expenses portion of your budget, you'll need to provide the project expenses, describing what will be paid for using the grant award list should you receive one, and what will be paid for with supplemental funding. Grant expenses must be cash. However, matching funds may include in-kind costs. You'll also be required to provide income. So provide any project income, including personal funds, additional grant funds, or other sources that contribute towards your match amount. List different sources separately. The total income should equal the total expenses amount. Identify in-kind support as appropriate. Applicants must also include work samples in their application. They must provide high-quality digital work samples. These can be used as links or attachment with JPG, MP3s, PDFs, etc. The samples must be of the artist's work only. Hard copies will not be accepted. The work must be completed within the past 3 years, and applicants must attach an inventory list with the following descriptions for the applicable discipline. For dance and performing arts, documentation of up to 3 recorded performances. Videos uploaded may not exceed a total time of 10 minutes. For music, documentation of up to 3 recording performances, live or studio. Audio or video uploaded may not exceed a total time of 10 minutes. Writing, fiction, creative nonfiction, and playwrights may submit no more than 12 pages each of 1 to 2 manuscripts, and poets may submit 5 to 7 poems. Playwrights may submit documentation of a recorded performance or staged reading of their plays. Videos, if included, should not exceed 5 minutes. For visual art and craft, up to 15 images of your work. For film, documentation of 1 or more completed films, but the video clips are not to exceed 5 minutes. For all audio and video work samples, please note that due to file sizes, YouTube and Vimeo links are preferred for video. Do not upload MP4s directly to the application. Please indicate if the work sample is professionally mastered. Applicants will be reviewed by a panel of artist professionals with experience in various disciplines. Panelists will score each application based on the following evaluation criteria: artistic merit. Work samples provided show artistic excellence, and there is originality, inventiveness, and/or cultural significance in the proposed project, as well as clear commitment to a career as a practicing professional artist. Project feasibility. The project proposal is clear and well organized, showing preparation and planning, and the proposal's goals are realistic and achievable. The project budget shows forethought and consideration. Professional development. The project is consistent with the application's career stage and will be meaningful in expanding or promoting the applicant's artistic career and professional growth. And we will be using a 5-point scale for these scores, 5 being outstanding, 4 very good, 3 good, 2 fair, and 1 poor. For the selection process, there will be an initial review after the grant deadline. The Region 17 partners will conduct an initial review of applications for completeness and eligibility. Partners will also recruit discipline-specific panels for each of the key focus areas based on applications. Focus areas with fewer applications may be combined, and focus areas with many applications may be split into 2 review groups. Then there will be a first panel review. Applications will be divided by discipline and shared with appropriate review panels. Panelists will be asked to conduct an initial individual review using the scoring sheet provided. These scores will be submitted and combined before the panel meetings. This will end with a final selection panel review, and after specific panels have made their final recommendations, a final panel with a representative from each panel will meet to make final grant recommendations. Should you receive a grant, you will enter into a contractual agreement with Haywood County Arts Council. You will need to keep Haywood County Arts Council staff informed of project milestones and/or any changes. We are invested in your success and would like to be a part of sharing your story. And you will have to complete a final report by June 30th, 2024. Please note that if you are late in submitting your final report, you will be ineligible to apply for future funding. To apply, visit haywoodarts.org/grants-funding and click on the Google Forms link. Again, that's haywoodarts.org/grants-funding. grants-funding. When you go to apply, be sure you have all of this ready. This is your application checklist. You'll need your background information, a project description with a 3,000 character limit, an artist statement, which is a statement that describes your work and the key ideas, goals, or cultural practices that drive you to create. This has an 1,000 character limit. An artist resume, which includes education, employment, public presentations of your work, and more. That's a max of 4 pages. We'll need a budget support, so information on your budget, including the cost of materials, price quote on services, etc. And any additional support materials. You can include digital copies of reviews, programs, catalogs, and other support materials relevant to your project. You will also need work samples and an inventory list. You may also include letters of recommendation, though this is optional. Should you have any additional questions, please contact the Haywood County Arts Council by calling 828-452-0593 or emailing info@haywoodarts.org. Again, that's 828-452-0593, and the email is info@haywoodarts.org. Thank you.